So what is the answer for this question? This is a cruel question, doctors. There is a normal, there is one table for chi-square को इतना chi-square इतना degree of freedom को इतने probability पे कितना chi-square value रहता है. It is like कुंडली. शुक्र ग्रह पहली it is in first house. Rahu is in second house, Ketu is in third house. Now tell me what is going, शादी होता है या नहीं होता, कुंडली के जैसे है. Who will remember all this? But at least the standard question याद रखना. 3.841 when the probability is 0.05 for 1 degree of freedom. That's all. Right? 3.841. Chi-square test means there are 5 rows, 4 columns. What is the degree of freedom? This is a biscuit question. Everybody knows the answer. The degree of freedom is the number of rows minus 1 into columns minus 1. You are being given 5 rows, 4 columns. So 5 minus 1 into 4 minus 1 is equal to 4 into 3 is equal to 12 is what you have to answer. So this is the best way. Instead of using board, जहाँ भी सॉल्यूशन लिखना है एक पेपर में लिखो, पीपीटी में डालो और उसके ऊपर डिस्कशन चले. Instead of starting writing now before all you guys. Now, the test used to compare two proportions. Proportions. Where will you compare proportions? If it is a discrete variable. Yes or no? Waha, what is your answer? Come on, punch your answer. Question number 37. Ashish. Absolutely right. Chi-square test. Oh. Actually, chi-square should be the answer. Chi-square should be the answer, and even Fisher's exact test also. Now, what is Fisher's exact test? इसके बारे में कुछ बातें will pick up few points. Fisher's exact test is an alternative statistical significant test to chi-square. Chi-square कहाँ use करते हैं? 2 into 2 contingency table, 2 rows, 2 columns. So, Fisher's exact test is an alternative test. Fisher's exact test को कहते हैं exact test. Why? Because when you are using Fisher's exact test, the significance of the deviation from the null hypothesis, fundamentally chi-square or Fisher's exact, what are they doing? They are trying to check whether null hypothesis can be accepted or not. Whether let us say null hypothesis says smoking lead to cancer. So you have taken a population of people with cancer, without cancer. You checked how many are smokers here, how many are smokers there, and you checked whether the smokers in the cancer population are higher than those who don't have cancer. So you are trying to check null hypothesis to accept whether I can accept the null hypothesis. Really, is there any significant farak hai kya ya nahi? So, in case of Fisher's exact test, you can actually calculate, that is, your expected and observed effect, expected result and observed result. ये दोनों के बीच में जो भी डिफरेंस है, ये नल हाइपोथेसिस से कितना डिविएट हो गया, एग्जैक्टली नल हाइपोथेसिस को फिट हो रहे या नल हाइपोथेसिस से डिविएट हुआ तो कितना डिविएट हुआ, you are able to quantify. That is the reason this is called exact test. Now, Fisher's exact test can be used for any sample size, but most commonly the sample size is small and the expected frequencies are less than 5. So that is where you use the Fisher's exact test. So you will compare the binary outputs produced by, binary output means yes or no, produced by two methods. The significance of the deviation can be calculated exactly, and you can accept or reject, and you can know how much deviation is there, quantitatively how much deviation is there from the null hypothesis. You can calculate using Fisher's exact test. ये है रोनाल्ड आइलिमर फिशर, अरे बाप कितना स्टूडियस दिख रहा है. He looks to be a NEET PG टॉपर के जैसे, पढ़ पढ़ के NEET PG टॉपर के जैसे दिख रहा है, right? Fisher's exact test. So it is basically used to quantify the significance of the deviation from the null hypothesis, which is calculated. The amount of deviation is calculated. Exactly, it is the counterpart of chi-square. That's all you need to know. Now, one comment on McNemar's test. What is McNemar's test? It is a test to compare before and after findings in the same individual. That is, you are trying to compare the findings in a matched analysis. For example, the NEET PG aspirants were all feeling, how is biostatistics में टेंशन बाप, उसके बारे में बात मत करो, वो फॉर्मूलास क्या है, वो अंग्रेजी क्या है, वो फिशर क्या है, पूरा गड़बड़ है. After attending for 10 hours with Dr. Murli Bharadwaj and revising 300 MCQs, 100 concepts, once more the same guys were asked, how is it? What is your perception about it? अच्छा भैया, मैकनीमर क्या होता है? Before attending Dr. Murli Bharadwaj, what is the perception of every individual student about biostatistics? After attending 10 hours with Dr. Murli Bharadwaj, what is the perception if you want to compare in the same individual? Then you use the McNemar's test. So that is the point. Now, what is the best way to study the relationship between two variables? We use a scatter diagram. Yesterday only we discussed. Scatter plot is a line graph, but there is no line. Line nahi rehta. The y-axis is used for the character whose behavior we would like to predict, and you have x and y. Y is that characteristic whose behavior we would like to predict, like blood pressure value, etc. So, scatter diagram is best way to study relationship between two variables. Often the x-axis can contain time or anything. Now, the study finds, is it find Priyanka Could you come back? Please refresh the browser if you are not. Please refresh. Wow. India West Indies score graph is a scatter graph. Please refresh the browser if you missed. Right. Gagan, I am telling you, you have a great touch for biostatistics. I'm very sure. See, all of us love certain subjects. Unknowingly we love. We feel at ease with that subject. We don't know. That's what is called reincarnation. So that's the reason we should always think there is some purpose with which we are born. Ultimately, we are supposed to do something, right? So I thought of becoming a physics or a maths teacher, but became a medical student and then started writing books, right? Even though I did MD General Medicine, my primary passion is to teach. So for all of us, everybody will have some purpose. So that is the reason NEET PG is just one step. Already God created you with that purpose and sent, and you are going to achieve that, right?